hard, can't go tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's you heard, we eating, talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad, pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab, pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the band, young Chris a king, better add extra on the. I go extra to be great, I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake, I got extras on the plate, I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Count all the rings. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Then at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Then at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose.
Oh, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you get a look inside Rocket Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Washington Commanders and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now this defense for the Commanders, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On play action, Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Come on.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Whitlock rolling to his right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield. Incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. Once more, Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Allen. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far, and that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Off the play fake. Whitlock. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 27 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah. Well.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, your first drive of the 1st quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Throwing again. Whitlock. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down. Whitlock. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff up the middle. Bridges. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. The Bills at 7 and 8 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row. And
I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd down, Cook. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Allen working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
P-Ride is in. Touchdown, Bills. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Whitlock. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Whitlock. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw on 3rd down, Whitlock. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 38-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on first down. Whitlock will find Gibson here complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
49.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now we got whistles before the snap. Looked like one of the Commanders jumped. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And they'll try again here, first and goal after the false start. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Again, it'll be Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 21-7.
Joey Sly to kick off for the Commanders.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And going deep for Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique, and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance. He's helping his team in a huge way.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Whitlock. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Sly able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Second half starts with a run by Gibson. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort. And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Whitlock. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass. And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands. Back to throw again. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Thomas brings it in. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter. And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Jahan Dotson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 24. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Allen going to throw. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He'll take it inside the 25.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Ready. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Whitlock. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Commanders have opened the lead up to 30. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 47 yards on the ground for him so far.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. Third down, here's a run by Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3-and-out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
A 10th carry of the game for Cook. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From just shy of midfield, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle they go. Bridges. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 36. It'll be a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll also be the final play of this third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Bridges. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. One final try here for Allen. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Watch the safety creep.
Throwing on first down is Allen. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll run with Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bills get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is down to 24. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last two drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Gibson toss right. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Whitlock. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Von Miller in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
The lessons will continue. This rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should. on other throws.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, check mark 27. Check mark 27. Watch the slant.
Looking to throw. Allen. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Allen's throw is complete, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play there on the catch and run, and the Bills will move the chains. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
They'll try to run with Hines, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Nyheim Hines taking it in from a yard out. And the Bills are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Allen will try to throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. They'll start on the ground with Gibson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. A handoff for Gibson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 90 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill